climb of Val Laurent before we go down to the finish at Loudenvielle. Now Brochard has had a great day so far here in the Pyrenees. He was first over the top of the Col de Soulor after 50 kilometres, and he's been second over the top of the Col d'Aspin. Pascal Hervé just survived to stay first there, but now both the early breakaways have been caught.
The Brochard certainly trying to put a lot of pressure on Bjarne Riis today. They feel that there is a chink in the armour of the Dane, and this is where it is. It's in the mountains, which is why they're attacking like this.
And the new champion of Germany looking very, very cool indeed here. The same cannot be said of Bjarne Riis. He looks to be suffering in the mountains. We didn't really expect this.
I think a lot of riders taken by surprise with this mountain here. The Col de Val Laurent is very steep indeed. In fact, only a few months ago it was just a cattle track, and they put down this special tarmac road just for the Tour de France.
A little bit of a back road, but it was here in 1991 where we first heard about Miguel Indurain as he laid the foundations for his first Tour victory. The stage also being won on that occasion by Claudio Chiappucci. That was his first ever big stage race victory.
Great to see in this group as well. Marco Pantani has come back after the terrible accidents he's had over his career. The first one in 1995, Milan-Torino, and even having to withdraw from the Tour of Italy. But the man suffering like a dog is still Cedric Vasseur. But Phil, he keeps coming back on the descent.
He yo-yos back on, you know. He's not completely out of that yellow jersey yet, if he can pull something rather special out before the finish. Now Richard Virenque still annoying everybody. Quick acceleration by this little man who loves to antagonise anywhere, not just in the mountains. He rides rather, reminds me of Claudio Chiappucci, the way he annoys everybody. But now look at the cool way that Ulrich has sailed up to him, and the man not there, Paul, is Riis.
Well, Riis looked as if he was suffering an awful lot just a few moments ago. Can't respond to this attack. I think probably not panicking, realising that Virenque attacks and keeps lifting up the pace, and what Riis will try and do is, I think, come back slowly and not put himself into too much pressure. But you can see he's got off the back of the group.
It's not good signs. This is Marco Pantani who's come up though. Elefantino has made the contact and still looking pretty confident.
It's the first time we've really seen Bjarne Riis under pressure. He's looked so good in the Tour de France so far. He's been leading out the sprints, doing a lot of work on the flat stages, but now it looks as if he really can't match these top climbers in the Pyrenees.
Well, now the captain has taken over. He's passed his teammate Laurent Brochard, so Richard Virenque perhaps going to start staking a claim to a fourth win in the King of the Mountains competition. The only man ahead of him is Brochard, who says he's minding the jersey for his team leader. Well, we're going to find out. But Pantani's got other ideas here. The top of Val Laurent, Marco Pantani is flexing his legs, and Virenque will not like that, but he's lost it because he's gone over the top in second place. Ulrich third, Brochard is fourth, and we're waiting now for a time check on the whereabouts of Bjarne Riis, and Pantani isn't waiting.
Well, it's great to see Marco Pantani is finally back, because there, in fact, further down the course, 27 seconds to Bjarne Riis, and with him is Escartine. And I tell you what, Pantani taking a lot of risks, nearly losing it in that corner.
Well, he certainly is. That was a crazy right-hand turn there, but he wants to open the gaps now. They don't seem too concerned that they're towing young Jan Ullrich with them here, the revelation of the Tour last year. 2 minutes 49 seconds for the Maillot Jaune. He still has a chance of hanging on here. The Maillot Jaune and Cedric Vasseur, who was around about 2 minutes down at the start. He's still in with a real chance, and the team car knows it here. Roger Leger it was who's saying, look, keep on doing this and you could still keep that yellow jersey.
Well, it's a downhill finish, a very treacherous one too, and Vasseur has proved all along today that he can come back on the descents. He'll not make up the whole amount of that deficit, but he can certainly pull some of it back.
Well, Ulrich is the man who's the big danger. He's lying 2 minutes 58 behind Cedric Vasseur, so at this moment in time, Vasseur is doing just enough to keep the lead.
Richard Virenque now is the man starting to take the risks here in the corners, followed by Ulrich, and Pantani decided to take up third position now. But it's amazing how well this climber goes downhill, because normally a climber is not reputedly a good descender, but Virenque is certainly taking a lot of risks with 5 kilometres remaining.
And most of that 5 kilometres is downhill now to this new finish for the Tour de France. A beautiful little place it is too, tucked away in the valley with the Pyrenees all around it. And it's been a great day of racing today. The strongmen who felt they could win this Tour de France on the attack. And this man here, Laurent Brochard, he's been attacking all day. He's been dropped just now. He's coming back.
He's taken a lot of risks. He was only 23 seconds down at the top of the climb, and with a bit of luck he'll get onto the back wheel of these three leaders.
And that, of course, is going to help Richard Virenque, because that means he's got a mate up here who will not help. Ulrich seems to be desperately trying to control this race at the front, almost as if he's trying to slow it down to await the arrival of Bjarne Riis.
I think that's why he keeps looking over his shoulders. He realises Bjarne Riis wasn't too far behind at the top of the climb there, and all he wants is for his team leader to come back up to him, which is why he's currently sitting in second position. But look at the speed of Brochard. He's got back right in the town, and I think there's around about 3 kilometres remaining.
Great bike riding by Brochard. He's come right back to 3 men. He thought he'd seen the last of not very many kilometres ago. I think that was the 3 kilometres to go, Banner Paul, and now a little kick uphill again. And Brochard has latched onto the back of Pantani and looks as though he's anxious to get right through onto the wheel of Ulrich.
Well, I think he wants to go to the front and work a little bit with Virenque, because he realises this is a chance for Richard Virenque to open up some time gaps over Bjarne Riis, and now Brochard is moving forward.
Moving forward, and is he going to go for it? He's come right over the top of Ulrich. Now, in fact, Virenque is in second wheel here. He's trying to back off the other two and give Brochard a chance.
Well, that's a great move by them, because if it does go down to this group going to the finish, I'd give all the chances to Jan Ulrich. He's certainly the fastest man here, and not too far behind Bjarne Riis. He's coming up with another Festina rider on his wheel. That's Laurent Dufault, and a little bit of help from the man in green, Fernando Escartin.
Well, I've still got him pegged at around 35 seconds, so he may have lost a few seconds on the way down, because Pantani and co did take 1 or 2 risks on that descent, but look at the gap now, and you know they're going to allow him to go.
Well, that's remarkable, Phil. You see Jan Ulrich playing the perfect teammate. He isn't chasing down Brochard because he realises if he does peg him back, then somebody else will attack. He wants to slow down Virenque, because all he wants is for Riis to come back. He's just sitting there, leaving it up to the Frenchman.
Well, if Laurent Brochard wins this, you'll have to admit he deserves it, but what a way to win a stage. The first day in the mountains, he looked to me as though he's finished about 10 kilometres ago. He's clawed his way back, as Riis has yet to do, and he looks like he's going clear. 2 men fighting for their lives now. Bjarne Riis, last year's Tour winner and the current Tour leader. And that man, Paul, is seconds away from retaining that yellow jersey, not losing it.
It's going to be very close for Cedric Vasseur, but the man really pushing himself to the limits now is this man, Laurent Brochard. I don't know where he's getting the force from, because he's been away all day. He's been over the mountains trying to keep the lead in the King of the Mountains competition just for one more day, and his teammate Richard Virenque at the front of that group there, just slowing them down.
But this rider has turned his day of defeat into one of success by just joining the leaders and immediately attacking. Laurent Brochard is going to get his first stage win ever in a Tour de France. A man who's having his best ever season, and this confirms it. Now the clock will start counting as the race continues to come in behind. Now, can Richard Virenque make it a 1-2 for Festina? It's certainly been their day, their first day in the Pyrenees, and Pantani's going to have a go at Virenque, but still Jan Ulrich doesn't want to play. Second though for Virenque, third Pantani, and fourth Ulrich. Here comes Riis. His loss is 41 seconds on the leader today. So he's lost a bit of time. Abraham Olano is in this group as well. He's also conceding more than a minute, but it's the yellow jersey now. If he finishes inside 3 minutes and 10 seconds, he will keep the yellow jersey. It is going to be very close for Cedric Vasseur as Pascal Lino leads him towards the line, but he's done it, and he deservedly has kept that yellow jersey. What a great show of defiance. 2:57 down.
And confirmation of the win for Laurent Brochard ahead of his own teammate Richard Virenque by 4.